Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew. I am an alcoholic through and through. We want to welcome you to this platform here today. Regardless of what your addiction may be, you are absolutely welcome here. We support your pathway to recovery. Whichever pathway it is that you choose, we're here to help, and we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching us through our Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, this is a private group. We want to welcome you here. We encourage you to please share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you might have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. Do encourage you to follow us Facebook posting guidelines out there. When folks come here seeking experience, strength, and hope, we want to make sure that they find it rather than someone trying to scam them out of money or whatever. So real quick, if you're local to the area, tonight we have our Crosstalk meeting. Yes, tonight, Crosstalk at the Pea Ridge United Methodist Church located here in Barboursville. It's on East Pea Ridge Road. It starts at 7 o'clock. This meeting is a lot of fun. You never know what in the world topic is going to come up, but man, it's not like any other meeting you've ever been to. I'd be willing to bet it's not like any other meeting you've ever been to. So I encourage you to come on down if you're local to the area. Some of you guys reached out. I took yesterday off from the videos. I had, I was buried in work anyway, but I want to thank you guys for reaching out. And it got me thinking, there are times when life gets in the way. There are times when we hit struggles. We have things that happen to us that, we get distracted. It's easy for us to get distracted. Remember, our addiction, our alcoholism, our drug use, it doesn't have any distractions. The only thing our addiction is thinking about is us. Whereas we have to think about our addiction. We also have to think about our jobs. We have to think about mortgages and car payments and, the electric bills and stuff like that. We have other things to think about. So it's very easy for us to get distracted. And in a lot of cases, it's very easy for us to get overwhelmed. And I was thinking about this last night. There have been a lot of times. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be brutally honest. There have been a lot of times I've had to sit there and go, "What am I doing this for? What am I doing this for?" It'd be so much easier for me just to go off and take a drink and go back into the madness. It would totally. I could do it. The difference is, when I get distracted, when things happen and it distracts me from my primary focus, which I might add is to make it to the end of my day, drawing a sober breath, laying my head down on a pillow and going to sleep. Going to sleep, not passing out, right? When things like that happen, it's easy for me to get overwhelmed. I don't have a perfect life. Life can get overwhelming. We start focusing on all the distractions, and lo and behold, we start getting completely overwhelmed. And then we start thinking. Again, we don't have an addiction problem, we have a thinking problem, all right? And our mind, our wheels start spinning. We start going, what's all this for? Why am I doing all this? Well, I'm here to tell you, you're doing all this not for your family, not for your friends, not for your dogs, not for your job. You're doing this for you. And see, that's what I have to keep reminding myself on the daily. I'm doing this for me. I wanted to get sober. I needed to get sober. And by God, I did get sober. I was thinking about this last night too. 2.5 years ago, I remember praying to God, my foxhole prayers, praying to God to be exactly where I'm at right now. And so when I start getting overwhelmed and I start, all these thoughts come racing into my brain, I had to stop and think, 2.5 years ago, I'm exactly where I'd prayed for God to let me get to. I'm not suicidal. I'm happy, joyous, and free. Again, life's not perfect, but I tell you what, my worst day sober is 1,000,000 times better than my best day drunk. Promise you that. Life doesn't necessarily get easier. It can, but it doesn't always get easier. Just the way we deal with things. The way we develop these coping mechanisms to deal with life, to deal with whenever we get overwhelmed. That happens. And that's the beauty of a 12-step program. Again, I'm not here to preach AA or NA or any other program. Whichever pathway works for you, whichever pathway is keeping you sober, I'm all for it. I don't give a shit how you get sober, as long as you're sober, as long as you're clear-headed, clear-minded. You don't have drugs or alcohol flowing through your system. I don't care how you get sober. So whatever's working for you, whatever tools you employed to get you there, keep doing it. Look back. Don't be afraid to look back. I take pictures of myself every day whenever I go to the gym and I run. I'll take a picture of myself just to have a point of reference to look back and say, I remember that run. I remember that day. And over time, I've got 2.5 years roughly of pictures. I can see the joy and the excitement. So no matter how bad of a day I might be having, no matter how overwhelmed I might be, I can always go back and say, that's why I made the decision. It's easy for us to quit. But let me tell you this. You can't have it both ways. You can't quit drinking or quit drugging. You can't quit your addiction and then quit your sobriety. You can't have them both. All right, you have to quit one or the other. And today, no matter how bad my life gets, no matter how challenging or how overwhelmed I may feel, I'm here to tell you, I'm not quitting my sobriety. I'm going to keep quitting my addiction day in and day out. I will die with my disease, not from it. And with that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have an awesome kick-ass Friday. It's the weekend. Again, tonight, if you're local to the area, we encourage you to come on down to Pea Ridge United Methodist Church for the Crosstalk meeting. These meetings are just so much fun, and they're unlike any other meeting you've ever been into. So I promise you. Come on down and hang out with us tonight at 7 o'clock, Pea Ridge United Methodist Church, located on East Pea Ridge Road. Guys, I want to thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys, sharing with you guys each and every day, except for yesterday, sharing with you guys, this keeps me sober. You guys tuning in every day keeps me sober. And I want to thank you guys for that, because I appreciate it, and I know my family does too. I'll let you guys go. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.